Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with my Bandos eyeshadows update. So I have two pans to share with you guys. This project was created by Alexi. She does not upload anymore, but you can still watch her channel. She does amazing eye looks. But before I share my progress with you guys, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. My name is Rafneet and I make a lot of panning videos. I mostly pan eyeshadows. So now let's take a look at the very first eyeshadow that we were working on. Is from Norvina palette and the shade we were working on is called Soul. So this is what it looks like and it is in this project for over 2 months now. 2 months. So this would be third month that this eyeshadow is rolling into. So last update I had 5 uses on this one and then I used it 5 more times for a total of 10 times in this project. This is what we are looking at. No pan, but I feel like the dip is very deep. I felt the actual depth of this eyeshadow when I was trying to swatch it right now. But yeah, I think this should be something that I will be able to hit pan on by next update if I use it consistently. But yeah, that's our first eyeshadow. I really love it. And the eyeshadow that I love more than Soul in this color story is my pastel purple shade. It comes from my Glam palette and it caught me by surprise because I wasn't expecting it to be this pigmented and vibrant. So last update I had 8 uses on this one. This eyeshadow is also something that I had in my Bandos eyeshadows towards the end of last year and I did not hit pan on this eyeshadow by finale, so I just left it be and it got rolled in again this year. So after 8 uses in last update, I only had to use it 2 more times for this pan right here. So I used it once more to kind of expand the pan a little bit, and right now when I was swatching it, product got pushed again onto the pan. It's not as big as it was, but nonetheless we have the pan. So this eyeshadow is rolling out. But I really love this eyeshadow because it can be worn as a lid shade or crease shade, transition shade, whatever uses you want to get out of this one, you can. I paired it a lot with my pinks from Bandos palettes as well. And next eyeshadow is this one and it's called Jaguar. It comes from my Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette. Last update I also had 8 uses on this eyeshadow and then I had to use it 4 more times to get pan. Woohoo! We have got a nice pan and a big tip on this eyeshadow called Jaguar. I'm so happy. So in total it took me 12 uses to hit pan on this eyeshadow, which is really nice. Also, this is something that I loved wearing all over my eyelid, and when I wasn't wearing it all over my eyelid, I was still wearing it on the outer half of my eyes. There's just something really nice about this deep purple, has shimmers, that I really liked because normally I don't really like wearing dark shimmers on my eyelids. But I want to show you something else from this palette. So we have the second shade in here called Anaconda. It previously had pan, but then I think I dropped this palette. Yeah, I did something, or maybe I poked my finger in here. Yeah, anyway, this eyeshadow kind of crumbled. So I pushed it back into the pan and it no longer is showing the pan. But nonetheless, we have pan on Jaguar. So for this eyeshadow, I have kicked it out of my eyeshadows with pan list and it has gone back to the eyeshadows that don't have pan on them. So if it ever gets rolled into this project, I will roll it in to hit pan on it again. So yeah, that's that for this palette. We had 3 pans earlier. We still have 3 pans, but not in the same shades. So this one is rolling out as well. And the next eyeshadow is this really light golden shade. It's not coming off as golden in the swatch, but on eyes it looks pretty gold. Golds are not my favorite eyeshadows to wear. I don't mind silvers, I don't mind grays, but golden eyeshadows, I don't know. Even though I have golden undertones, but I just don't like gold eyeshadows, like pure gold eyeshadows on my eyelids. If they have like some sort of rosy tones or leaning more bronze, I don't mind, but yeah, real goals, uh, not so much. And this is called Otherworldly. It comes from my Morphe 35O Supernatural Glow palette. So last update, I had 4 uses on this eyeshadow, and then I used it 4 more times for a total of 8 uses. This is what we're looking at after 8 uses. I was using it mostly with my finger, that's why we don't have a bigger dip. I think it would at least need 10 more uses to hit pan. But yeah, I'm keeping it in. At this point, I'm working on 4 light shimmer eyeshadows. One is this one, the other one is the next eyeshadow in here. One eyeshadow like these that I would use in my inner corners is in my Pando's palettes. And then fourth one is Precious Cargo from my Baby Yoda palette, and that one is in my Partners in Cream project pan. I want to finish half of that eyeshadow. So yeah, it kind of is getting hard for me to incorporate all those 4 eyeshadows in my day-to-day looks, especially when I will be using all of them in kind of similar way. So that's why I'm not reaching for these eyeshadows as much as I would have if I was only, let's say, focusing on one light shimmer eyeshadow. But my usage is kind of distributed evenly among these eyeshadows. That's why I don't have pan yet on this one. And the next eyeshadow is this light champagne shade. I really love how it looks on my eyes. This is something that I'll try to wear more as my eyelid shade, and I love it. And this comes from my Glam palette again. This is the second shade in here. So far I used it 6 times. Let me double check. No, sorry, I used it 7 times so far in this project. This is something that we rolled in last month. There's no prominent dip or anything, but I really love it. These eyeshadows are also very deep. There's 1 gram of product in each of the pan in here. Since the pans are not that big, that means the pans are deep, which I've also seen in case of this one, this one, this one. So yeah, it's gonna take me a while to hit pan on this champagne shade, but I'll keep working on it because it's a nice champagne sort of shade. It has more rosy tones. I really like it. Last month I did not take pictures of my eye looks because I felt like I'm not doing any sort of exceptional color combos exceptional to me. I was just wearing mostly neutral looks or maybe a pop of color here and there, but still I'll try to insert some pictures if I've taken any. Let's talk about panning percentage now. So this year I'm focusing on finishing as many eyeshadows I can. My soft goal is to finish 25 eyeshadows in total this year. Yeah, it's a lot, but I'm working hard towards finishing them, and that's why I've been repeating same looks over and over to finish those eyeshadows, which also means that the eyeshadows that get finished are the ones that had pan in them. That brings my total number of eyeshadows down, as well as it brings the total number of eyeshadows with pan down as well. And that's why my eyeshadow percentage is not increasing even though I'm hitting more pans. But I'm not too concerned about it. As long as I'm finishing eyeshadows, I'm happy. So it's just a number that I really don't care about. This month, I have a total of 213 eyeshadows. Out of those eyeshadows, I have 83 with pan, which means I have a total of 38.97% pans in my collection, which is still a pretty great number. Hopefully by end of this year, I can bring total number of eyeshadows under 200. That would be really great because my overall goal for my eyeshadow collection is to not have any repeat eyeshadows, have enough variety. I just want all colors. I don't really like wearing a lot of neutral eyeshadows either, and same thing applies to shimmer eyeshadows as well. I don't think I would want more darker shimmers because I really don't like reaching for them unless there's exception like Jaguar in here. Once I'm satisfied with my collection, then I can work on bringing more special shimmery shades such as multichrome eyeshadows from indie brands. That's what my goal is. And that is the reason why I'm not attracted towards any new releases, because when I look at a palette, I mean the color stories look very pretty, and then I take a closer look and I'm like, I mostly have all of these eyeshadows, similar colors to these eyeshadows, but the only thing I'm missing is maybe some multichrome eyeshadow or some neon pop of color, and that's not really worth buying the entire palette simply for my sanity. I really don't like holding a lot of stuff around me. I just want my stuff to be functional, and whatever I have, I want to be using that. It really hurts me if stuff is just lying around and I'm not using it. That's the main reason I don't like big makeup collections for me, but I do love to see other people's collections because I really love all the different colors for makeup, and that's why I would try not to bring any eyeshadows into my collection unless they are special shades. For now, I just want to get my eyeshadows under 200. With that, it's time to roll in two new eyeshadows. Well, this is for two new eyeshadows. So I have a total of 130 eyeshadows without pan. I don't like rolling in any sort of matte eyeshadows from my Morphe 35O palette, so I'm only counting shimmer eyeshadows from that palette, so which means I will be rolling into eyeshadows from 1 to 113. So let me put that down in my random numbers generator app. Okay, 50 and 88. Let me quickly take a look. These are the three eyeshadows that are rolling into this month from previous months, and let's go over them quickly before I show you what we rolled in for 50 and 88. So the first one is of course Soul from Norvina palette. This is what Soul looks like. I dropped a little bit of this eyeshadow here when I was trying to swatch it right now on my other hand, and this is something that I think I can hit pan on by next update. The next eyeshadow in here is called Otherworldly, and it comes from my Morphe 35O Supernatural Glow palette. It's gonna stay here for I think probably a couple months before I hit pan on this one. Even though the dip is huge, still it has a lot of competition. But yeah, that's what Otherworldly looks like. And this eyeshadow is from my Glam palette. Doesn't have a name, but it's a champagne shade. This is what this eyeshadow looks like. I don't think we'll have pan on this one by next update, but I'll try to get more progress on this one. Now, number 50 is from Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. I rolled this palette out, I guess earlier this year, because it was my level 1 palette. I think it was my level 1 palette. I feel like I don't remember anything, but the eyeshadow that we rolled in is this one right here. It's called Antidote. It's so weird because I was thinking about this palette the other day and I was just telling myself how I don't have a lot of uses on the matte eyeshadows in here, and we rolled this eyeshadow. It's a really nice blending shade. I think it's gonna pair wonderfully with my Pando's Palettes eyeshadows, and I'm so excited to use it. Even though it's completely brand new, I might have only used it once or twice, but it is here and I'll try to hit pan on this one. I don't think I'll have pan on this one by next update, but I'll try to get as much progress as I can. That's what Antidote looks like. It's a really nice peachy shade. I think I will enjoy it a lot. And next eyeshadow we rolled in, I was kind of debating if I should roll something else in its place, but I decided to stick with it because that one comes from my BH Cosmetics Sub-Zero palette. I haven't used my BH Cosmetics 9-pan palettes a lot this year. By a lot, I mean I haven't used them at all. So I think it's a nice opportunity for me to reach for this palette. And the eyeshadow we rolled in is the first one in here, which is called Cold Blooded. This is what it looks like. And if you recall, I have a similar shade in my Pando's palettes, which I'm trying to finish, but I prefer it way more than that one because I'm working on Ice Baby palette and two blues. One is like very light one and the other one is the first eyeshadow in there. They're leaning more gray. I really don't like gray leaning blues. I mean, I can wear them here and there, but they are like mostly gray eyeshadows to me. But this one is a true blue. And when I swatched it, when I was trying to make my decision, I was like, yes, this is something I can use a lot actually. Because I can use it to blend my dark blue eyeshadow in Pando's palettes, the one that I'm wearing right now on my outer corners. I'm wearing it all over my lid, and then I put some shimmer in the middle of my eyelid for some halo effect. This is the last eyeshadow from that Ice Ice Baby palette. It's called Collaborate and Listen. It's more of an indigo sort of shade, but yeah, that's what I think it would work best for. I can blend that eyeshadow out, or I can just use it as an accent shade, because I haven't shown you a swatch of this one yet. And this is just so vibrant, pretty. I think it's something that the other light blue sort of shade was trying to be. And this has completely switched this color story. Like, look at that. Now look at this one now. I think I'm gonna keep it in. No matter how long it takes me to hit pan on this one, I think I will have a lot of fun with this eyeshadow. Let's take a closer look at Cold Blooded now. Doesn't have a lot of use. I think I've only used it 2 or 3 times maybe. So yeah, it's gonna take me a lot longer to hit pan on this one. I think these 2 pans I also hit in pan those eyeshadows, but last year. So yeah, this is what we are rolling in from this palette, and I really am impressed by the formula. This is neon and pastel sort of shade, and I think it has more whites in it instead of grays, and I'm really excited to use it now. So this is the color story that we were working on last month, and this is our new color story. I think it's perfect going into summer, and hopefully I can have at least 1 pan by next update. So yeah, that's all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching my video, wherever in the world you are. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.